Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
In terms of principle, we had two key leaders. I mean, there have been significant resignations this week of two key national Cathedral board members. How will this affect the president's pet project to build a monument to the glory of God?
In fact, their resignation has also vindicated some of us, because I have always said that President Akufo-Addo's style of politics is that he will use other people as fronts to do all the bad things, and then he withdraw and then leave their reputation in tatters.
Are you sure that's what the president does?
Yes, that's why there are several examples of.
No, that's too harsh, General Aseidu. Chairman. Yes.
Do you remember when I think the president appointed what is it? The Peace Council. You remember the Peace Council when they were the president wrote a letter to us that he wanted us to meet NDC MPP to deal with vigilantism. And we said that, look, vigilantism has to do with law enforcement. It has very little to do with inadequacy of laws. So the two parties, as political parties, have nothing to do with law enforcement. So if we are really bent on fighting vigilantism, let us deal with the enforcement regime, and the players engaged in enforcement are the people you bring around the table to,
and
not political parties, because as a general secretary I can't effect an arrest, I can't prosecute, I can't jail anybody, and so on. So you have the police, you have the judiciary, you have all the other institutions, the ministry, attorney general's office, and so on. So let us do a discussion about how to enforce the laws against vigilantism, and we'll be able to curb vigilantism. They said no. So they got people on the Peace Council, very important personalities, important paramount chiefs, queen mothers and others. They came together, and at the end we held series of meetings. I kept telling them that, look, President Akufo-Addo is just using your face to do the wrong things.
You told them?
Yes, you are going to endorse the wrong things. He's insisting that the problem will be solved when we do an agreement and sign that we have undertaken to stop vigilantism as political party. You know that agreement cannot change anything. So we didn't sign. MPP signed with their Peace Council people. It took us 2 more weeks. They involved the diplomatic community and tried to present us as the bad guys. So we asked them to bring the document. They organized a function and we went there. But I made a statement that I'm signing it not because I believe this will stop vigilantism, but because of ABC, because of the, the important dignitaries and so on. So I'm signing. So I did that statement and signed.
So on the Cathedral.
After that, the next election was the 2020 election. And it became more violent than any other election we have had in this country. 7 people were killed, as we have it now. Why? Ask the Peace Council people what has happened. Who is looking for those who perpetrators? So if you were part of the people who were insisting that the way to deal with vigilantism was the signing of documents, your reputation is in tatters. So not long after that, they reconstituted the Peace Council and all those guys were put aside. But it is on their record now. Then we came to the argument about the need for the change or otherwise of change of the voters register and so on. You remember we were there one morning when the Electoral Commission announced some big names. Father Pamabakel, Bishop Pamabakel, this immediate past leader of Pentecost, Emil Short, all the big names, and said that they were committee of eminent persons who are now going to advise Electoral Commission. So we held a meeting, and I told them that you have to be careful. You are dealing with serpents. So they will mess your reputation up because they are using your face to achieve what they want. And so when there is trouble, they will say you are part of it. Lo and behold, at that meeting, we said that our concern was that we have about 15 million people registered biometrically on the voters register who have voted before. So it is wrong for you to compile another voters register without reference to those 15 million. So anybody who is having an existing voting card should be allowed to use that one as a basis for registration, a breeder document for registration. Then the Electoral Commission told them that, oh, look, what NDC is telling you is lies. We have already printed all the documents and that we are going to use to do the registration. And here, question and answers, this is it. We have accepted that they will rely on the old voter card. So this is it, black and white. They showed it in all the documents, their public education document they had prepared. So we were forced to sign that we now agree. And I told them that you were being lied to, and they will use your face, as some duster. That time, President Rawlings disagreed with me. When the committee was formed, he came out and said it's a wonderful idea, and so I said, you don't know what you are talking about.
You told President that?
Yes, I said that these people, they are up to something. They even put our own Nat'l does it there as well. Eventually, 1 week after they lied to that committee of eminent persons that they were going to use the existing voter card, they announced that they will not use the existing voter card, and that committee had never met again, and the voters register was conducted based on things that were not in the
so establishing your point,
and then you come to
National Cathedral,
you come to citizens vigilante.
So
my comrade Martin Amidu, when they were establishing this what do you call it, private office of a special
prosecutor, right?
Comrade Martin Amidu had risen to some popularity as a top anti-corruption crusader, and so they found the need to use his face to achieve what they wanted to achieve without intending to fight corruption. So when they were doing this office of prosecutor, special prosecutor law and so on, I kept telling them that nobody will be arrested. They are just using it as a facade. So I actually declared publicly that I wish my comrade Martin had not accepted this.
Did you reach out to him?
No, personally no.
Okay.
I wish he had not accepted this thing, and that they are going to damage his reputation. And I predicted that he will not be able to arrest or prosecute anybody because he will not be allowed to do what he should be doing. But it will come to a point where he will resign.
You said that?
I said that. Then lo and behold, everything came to pass. In the end, Martin came to declare the president as the mother serpent of corruption in Ghana. Then you come to this cathedral. When the cathedral started, I said, hey, once again, they are using the faces of these eminent people in Ghana to do all the wrong things. How can you begin building a cathedral and with all the old government bungalows and government lands that are available in Accra, you couldn't find any other suitable place than to go and demolish residences of judges.
But Chairman, that's a project to build a monument to the glory of God. Are you against that?
I am saying that, has God declared that he is homeless? When did God say that? There are several such monuments there. So it's about national priorities. And I kept saying that, look, this project, President Akufo-Addo had no intention of building any cathedral.
No, you can't say that. I mean, he means well. Yeah.
Because the man says, I'm building it from my personal resources, when he knew he didn't have those resources. Why? If sitting here, if I come to lie to the whole country that tomorrow I'll buy a private jet, and they know Aseidu cannot buy a private jet, and I still fool everybody that I'm going to buy a private jet. He wanted something to siphon public funds for some purpose, and so it must go through a certain project. That's all.
Right.
So that was why he advertised the thing as a private project, and then it turns out to now be, we don't even know the
so with the significant resignations.
So the resignation,
yes,
is a vindication, because my colleague Okujato Ablakwa, when he started this crusade, people were insulting him. Even one of the people who have resigned now,
Archbishop Duncan,
he attacked him as whatever he was doing was coming out of envy, because it was not being built during NDC time and they are building it and so on. I wish you could invite them for a talk show like
this. He's going to be one of my guests soon.
They can answer all the questions. And I knew that they were touching on the wrong note, because if you are working with Nana Akufo-Addo and you begin talking about auditing and accountability, then you are on your way out.
No, I don't agree with you. I think that is very harsh, and if he's saying that because he's a man of accountability, he gets in there, he has people out there who are actually fact checking, and also.
What has he ever accounted for in Ghana since he became president?
Well, his stewardship. I mean, he's out there.
What has he accounted for?
So you decide.
There are democratic structures to hold people to account.
Right.
You don't allow those democratic structures to work, and you are going out blowing your own horns that I'm the person who has fought corruption the most, I'm this. When the verdict is being churned out on daily basis, he says he has been the president who has fought corruption most.
The most, yes.
You ask him and say, I have spent more money on anti-corruption institutions. If leadership is just about spending more money and then that constitutes achievement, then they should bring the money and
But he's come out to also say that not everyone who is elected into public office is a thief, and that perception must be addressed.
But some are thieves.
Some are thieves.
Yes.
But not everyone.
Yes, it is true, because we are all elected.
So we are
all elected into public office, but he cannot say that no one elected to public office is a thief. Look, if you check the works of Socrates more than 2,000 years ago, he was arguing against democracy. Democracy didn't come easily like that. There were people who argued against democracy. Plato and Aristotle were arguing for philosopher king, the idea of philosopher king and so on. So Socrates once said that democracy must fall because it will try to tailor to everyone. The poor will want the wealth of the rich,
right? And
democracy will give it to them. The young people would want to be respected like the elderly, and democracy will give it to them.
Wow.
Women will want to look like men, to be like men, and democracy will give it to them. Foreigners would want all the rights of natives. Democracy will give it to them. Is that not true? All these things are true. But he said that thieves and fraudsters will want important positions in government. I want to repeat that. Thieves and fraudsters will want important positions in government.
I want you to hold on. I have a surprise for you on the line now, and let's see who we have on the line. Hello and good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Bubune, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I am blessed, Bubune. So, you know what? We have your grandfather right here in the studios. And I know you've been listening to him. It's past your bedtime. You have to go to bed. But what do you want to say to Grandpa? He's right here. He's listening to you. You should see him smiling. Lovely to hear your voice this evening on Star Chat. Bubude, talk to us. Granddad is here.
I want to say that my granddad is a kind, caring, and active grandfather.
Yeah, go ahead.
He tells me stories. He always loves to see me smile. He takes me around his farm on the ATV when we visit him, and I wish him good life, long life, good health, and prosperity.
Wow. So your granddaughter is wishing you long life, good health, and prosperity. And that's from Bubune to you, Grandpa. How does that make you feel,
Thank
Grandpa?
you. Oh, I feel very proud. I've always been proud.
You've always been proud of Bubune.
Of Bubune.
Wow.
Very intelligent.
Very intelligent. Bubune, as you go off the line, I know it's past your bedtime, like I said. What's that one wish for Grandpa? What do you want to wish Grandpa before you go, Bubune? Hello?
I wish for him to become a president.
You want Grandpa to become the president of
One
Ghana
day.
one day. Grandpa, now you made Grandpa's evening. You should see him here in the studios. You want Grandpa to become the president of Ghana one day, right?
Yes.
And you think he'll be a good president?
Yes.
Tell us one thing that you want Grandpa to change about Ghana if he becomes president. Bubune.
Make private average.
That's a smart girl. Bubune, thank you very much and have a lovely evening. Great to hear your voice, okay?
Uncle.
Yes.
Uncle.
Yes.
Since my brother said he wants to say hi.
Your brother wants to say hi. What's his name?
103.5
Alikem and
FM.
Ejoji.
Elikem and Ejoji. Wow. Okay,
Wanikem.
Wanikem. Okay, put Wanikem on the line and I'll speak to Ejoji as well. Hello, Wanikem. How are you?
Uncle, this is Bolikem.
Bolikem. Okay. What do you want to say to Grandpa?
That is a good grandfather, and you should continue succeeding in life.
Oh, he's a true success indeed. Thank you, Bolikem. Where is Ejoji? Let me speak to Ejoji as well. Ejo, are you there?
Yes.
We are celebrating Grandpa today. What is that one phrase or sentence for Grandpa? What do you want to say to him? Hello.
He's a loving grandfather and very, very kind.
Oh, you all speak well. Great foundation, and we salute you. You know what? I know tomorrow you are going to school, so you have to go to bed. But thank you very much for celebrating Grandpa with us, okay?
Okay.
Wow. You paid your dues. Chairman General.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I mean, to know that they all follow you and they love what you do. Aside your busy schedule and what you do, they're so proud of you.
Yes, I take them to farm every holiday.
You do that?
When they have a break, vacation, I take them to farm.
Wow.
And then so to teach them about our roots and let them learn modesty.
Right.
And so I'm proud of my grandchildren. They make me happy.
They make you happy indeed, and I can see.
Yes.
Well, lots of messages, like I said. This one says, it's from Vincent Kumsin. Vincent Kumsin says he's the constituency chairman of Aseidu Kwamankese. And he says, please let General know that we, the NDC at Aseidu Kwamankese, are so proud of him and how he's steering affairs of the party with his national executives. We shall surely take over power in 2024. It's from Vincent Kumsin, going out to you as well. Also from Caponi. Caponi sent in a message, and he says that I want to find out from General. We elect people to go into power, or we appoint them, and others also to do the work. They promise to lessen our burdens. We trust and we expect them to go into that office to initiate, work, and execute plans. Common problems such as fixing the healthcare system, roads, schools, power generation, etc. Now, it becomes difficult when they get into office. Can you tell us, I mean, as president, elected official, that their children who school here in Ghana will receive healthcare in Ghana? Will there ever be that time? That's from Capone, going out to you, General.
You see, I was quoting Socrates. I didn't finish when
Yes.
I got to a point when I said that thieves and fraudsters will also want important positions in government or functions in government.
Right.
And they will get it democratically. And when they get it, they get that power democratically, and they are thieves and fraudsters. Then the autocracy they will exhibit will be worse than any monarchy or
autocratic or whatever.
Any autocratic government. This was said by Socrates more than 2,000 years ago. So his problem with democracy is that, well,
some bad
people can get elected democratically and capture power, and when they do, their regime will be worse than monarchies. And so it is not everything about democracy that is good. So when people keep saying that, oh, this person is elected democratically, so Ghana has democracy and so on, it's not like that. Elections every 4 years doesn't make a democracy.
It doesn't?
It doesn't.
Wow.
Democracy is built by democratic and fair-minded people. It is not the democratic structures that will produce
then why have democracy there? Then we should go, in a way and say, well, this is a good person, he's a humanitarian, he's out there to help the people, so all of us in unison, we're putting this person in power. But that
so make sure you get the right person with democratic.
But that's what the people will vote. That's why majority will go out there.
That's why I'm saying that some go there by deception. They will show an outward character and attitude as if they are the best Democrats. But when they get in there, then it's another story. That is why in between elections, there must be vigilance to make sure that people don't abuse the power we need.
Wow. So still moving on to our callers and also our listeners, messages are coming in. So to the one from Capone who actually wanted to know from you, will there ever be a time where public officers, politicians will have their children school here in Ghana, go to public schools, go to public hospitals, be out there and say, well, we are not flying out, we're going to get the system better?
Well, it depends. Studying outside per se may not be a bad thing. What we should be concerned about is that will there be ever a time where the quality of our education will respond to our needs? Okay. If we get to that time, whether some people decide to study here or study outside will not matter. But if the quality, if the quality of education, the education we are delivering is not addressed addressing the problems that come up, because education is for progress and development. So in every society, the type of education that you give must be something that will address the needs and challenges
of the people. And will you say same for healthcare system as well?
Pretty well the same thing, because you need to be able to deliver or put in structures that will respond to your needs.
Right.
And we need good leaders to be able to do that.
Okay. I'm sensing this one from Asylum down. It says, ask him about his relationship with Mr. Koku Anyidoho. And he's on record to have said that you have sworn, of course, Johnson Aseidu Nketia said that he will ensure John Mahama will never be president again. Have you?
I don't think that this type of question qualified to be answered on such an important program. So let's.
So you leave Ahmed's question.
No,
but about your relationship with Koku Anyidoho.
Why should my relationship with a particular individual matter in such a program?
Right.
I don't understand. Don't allow people to drag an important program into something else.
So you want to plead the fifth. You will not get to answer that one.
I won't get into those.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.